Don't have to wait, you know my name. Sunshine and rain, some things don't change. Thinking about the days we were younger. Innocent in our ways, we were dumb, girl. But nothing really mattered, I could always count on you. Your touch will leave me breathless, so let me give it back to you. I could always count on you. I could always count on you. Don't have to wait, you know my name. Sunshine and rain, some things don't change. Thinking about the days we were younger. Innocent in our ways, we were dumb, girl. But nothing really mattered, I could always count on you. Your touch will leave me breathless, so let me give it back to you. I could always count on you. I could always count on you.
What is up, everyone? It is a Saturday night. Chiefs are playing. And
Indeed.
we got Jackson and John. Jackson, you can start and pretty much
Yes,
talk about what we're going to go over today.
All right, this is some new territory here. I get to host a segment, but yeah, welcome to the show, guys. The Chiefs are playing tonight, which is exciting because the Royal season was over by April, so we finally have something to look forward to. The game's not over yet; they're up 31-10 at the moment. Tonight, we'll talk about what we thought of the first strings on both the offensive and defensive side of the balls, or just the ball. There's only one ball, not two balls. Is Mahomes even better? It looked pretty good to start. We'll talk about the Antonio Brown situation. Is he going to retire? Also, talk about the rookies for the Chiefs tonight that played. McCole Hardman scored a touchdown. We'll talk about how impressed we were with him. And then we're going to break down some college football towards the end. So let's get it popping with the very first drive of the game. The defense lets a long drive for the Cincinnati Bengals go. And even though it's preseason, what do you guys think of the defensive struggles on that first drive? Josh, we'll start with you.
Well, I mean, it's the Chiefs' defense. Frank Clark didn't start. We had a fumble on the first play, but it got turned over. I'm pretty sure I was driving. I got back home midway through the first drive, but, I mean, it looked like the same defense from last year. I'm not going to lie.
All right, we'll go to John.
To swing things over, I actually didn't really watch the entire drive besides highlights pretty much. And from what I'm hearing, it doesn't look great. But I'm also team, let's not put too much emphasis into the preseason because no one actually knows what's happening, especially without Frank Clark on the pitch. And I want to say Alex Okafor is still injured as well. Not entirely sure if we're getting the full look at the defense yet, so I'm not exactly going to panic just about now. But if it does carry over into the season, then we're going to have some things we have to talk about. But I think that the future is bright for the defense because we have gotten rid of Bob Sutton, and that is the biggest step towards success that we could make this offseason.
All right. As the Chiefs just allowed a touchdown to Cincinnati to make it 31-17 with 31-16 extra point pending with 11:22 to go. But we'll switch it over to a positive note. The offense, the one drive that Patrick Mahomes and the starters did play, it was electric. Mahomes went 4 for 4 for 66 yards. Could have had a rushing touchdown, but was precautious because, it's the preseason, don't want to get hurt. And then Carlos Hyde punched it into the end zone. What do you guys think of the first string offense? John, we'll start with you this time.
My main takeaway is I like seeing Mahomes being careful. I think we got a lot of what we would expect out of the Chiefs. They look pretty similar to just the overall dominance that we kind of saw last year. And I think a lot of people aren't surprised that that's going to carry on because it's Patrick Mahomes. What are you going to do? So, yeah, I mean, this is just going to lead into me running this down all of your throats when I say 23-0 for this entire season because we are not losing a game. So, looks like we might
When
get the
we
first
lose
one out of the
that
way
game, we're
tonight.
screwed, John. I literally don't think.
Yeah, it's
Like,
gonna be a problem.
Even if it's a preseason game, we're screwed.
Well,
nah, he
here's the
won't get
thing.
angry about
If
that.
we go 23-0, you guys are going to have to just I mean, it's going
Yeah.
to be over. So,
Oh,
I mean, you act like I'm not gonna enjoy that.
yeah, but I feel like you guys always say I'm dumb whenever I say it, so I'm going to be able to
Well,
rub
you
it in your
are.
face a
23.
little bit.
I'm
That's
pretty sure.
not even-
Actually, no, I'm not pretty sure. I know 23-0 has never been done. So, I mean, maybe. All right, Josh, what do you think of the offense tonight?
I mean, kind of like John said, it wasn't surprising. I knew what they were capable of, so I mean, there was no shock. I mean, Mahomes is still and already looks in midseason performance, I guess you can really say. First pass he had in a while, like in an actual game, was a dot to Kelsey. Mahomes' timing, if you haven't been paying attention to everything that's been going on in Twitter, has been so good recently. Literally, Mahomes threw it before Kelsey even made the turn to go down the field. So he already knew where he was going to be, how far he was going to be. Like, Mahomes couldn't be better in timing.
Yeah, I totally agree. Mahomes looked great. So that brings up the question heading into year 3. I know that he just had a 50 touchdown season, but is Mahomes going to be even better in year 3, Josh?
No. Yeah.
No. Give me a reason.
According to Jackson Ogden, you can't go back to back for 50-year touchdowns or 50 touchdowns a year.
Now, I didn't.
Either
no,
you
no, no,
tear
hold on,
an
hold on,
ACL.
hold on,
But
hold on.
do you have to have 50 touchdowns to be
I'm
a
not
Yes.
saying.
quarterback?
I'm not saying he's gonna get. I'm not asking if he'll get statistically better. I'm asking if he's gonna be a better overall quarterback.
I don't know how he could be a better overall quarterback.
Really? I mean, I could see plenty.
Okay, well, his footwork.
Lowering the turnovers is where the first thing would be.
And those aren't even that big of a problem to start with, I feel like.
Exactly.
And then also,
There's nothing huge that he needs to fix on.
I mean, if he can, okay, but here's the thing. We saw a lot of times last year that in the first half of big games, he was a shadow of
Exactly.
himself. We saw it in Foxborough. We saw it in Seattle.
We saw it in Kansas City.
Yeah, and we saw it against the Patriots to finish off
Yeah, I
the
mean,
season.
I definitely think he's got some room for improvement still, even if that last season was absolutely
I mean, if
incredible.
he can just settle in early on in big games like that better than he did last season, I think that it's going to make a giant difference for the Chiefs because I felt like we were working from behind in a lot of those big games. Also, Denver on the road.
Yeah, we're like
and I
2 and
think-
4
Yeah.
in prime time, I want to say.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
kind
we-
of just a trait that a veteran quarterback's able to develop. Not to mention the ability to maybe start looking towards switching things up at the line a little bit. That's probably more down the road. But either way, I don't think he can get worse. Obviously, 50 touchdowns is, a different animal. I don't think anyone can actually expect that to be repeated, but it doesn't mean that he can't be a better quarterback.
All right. Well, tonight was a first chance to show off for some of these rookies the Chiefs took in this draft and some undrafted, especially McCole Hardman, the guy that's got the most hype. What did you guys think of his performance and the rookies overall?
Got second string snaps, which was pretty shocking to me. Didn't even throw him in on the first team drive. I mean, the way everyone's talking about him, he should be getting first string snaps.
Well, to be fair, Josh, we probably have the deepest wide receiver core in the entire NFL.
Well, yeah, we're going to be cutting people that deserve a spot. But if you look at it,
he's at this point, I don't think he's better than Tyreek or Sammy.
what about Demarcus Robinson?
I mean, we'll see.
That's debatable.
That's where it's going to
And
come
he's
up.
a
but
rookie. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he is.
No, I mean,
I'm just asking.
I think he's got a lot of potential to be a really good player for
He
us.
definitely has the power, the ability to turn on the Jets.
And you saw that tonight on that touchdown he got.
Also,
John,
I'll
what do you think of him?
shout out Byron Pringle for a 50-yard return. He's going to make the
Sure.
team. He offers just enough on special teams that I think we'd be foolish not to keep him around. So, and who knows? He has wide receiver potential as well. I've been talking about this all the time. So
Do you see who
knows?
was taking punt returns?
he was
Yeah.
taking punt returns.
No.
Yeah.
Did you?
He was taking punt returns, right?
McCole was taking them in the first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, McCole, and listen, I mean, that's going to be because they don't want to put Tyreek Hill in as a punt returner anymore because they're concerned for his
I was about to
safety.
say.
So McCole, that fits perfectly. And, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to have a big impact on the team this year. It'll just to be to what extent in what facet of the game. I don't even know if that's the word. But, whether it be special teams or, getting catches because Tyreek's causing a distraction, or maybe he causes a distraction. But I feel like he's going to be big for us this year. So, the Chiefs are about to wrap this game up 31-17 with about 9 minutes left. Who's a guy that we have not mentioned yet that you guys thought had a good night tonight? We'll start with you, Josh.
Darwin Thompson. It's an obvious answer.
Yeah, I agree.
I got nothing. I didn't really watch the game, so.
Yeah.
Season ticket holder does not watch a game.
That's fair.
Hey, okay.
No, but yeah, I'd say Darwin Thompson. I'd say Darwin Thompson has a shot to be the first string. Maybe not week 1, but I'd say he could maybe work his way into that. All right, so now we've covered the Chiefs. We'll go across the rest of the NFL. Who's a player through this first week of preseason that really impressed you? We'll start with you, John.
I don't know. I'll probably
before he says it, is he gonna go the obvious answer, or is he gonna go with a good answer? I know an obvious answer.
What'd you say?
I mean,
I know John's gonna go with the obvious answer.
I don't even really know who I'm gonna go with here, but
a lot of interesting ones.
I might just lean in the direction of Mahomes because from the clips that I've seen, he's looked exactly like what we should be seeing from him. So
it's not a terrible.
No drop off.
I thought you were gonna say Daniel Jones, and that's not even my answer.
Yeah, I have a feeling Josh is gonna say Daniel Jones.
No, I'm not.
Who you gonna say?
James Washington of the Steelers.
Yeah, he had a good week.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say Jamon Moore of the.
Oh God,
Mizzou me.
I
love Mizzou.
Jamal Moore needs to gain his confidence back because you could just tell by watching him he is not really happy. But yeah, I'd say personally mine would be Daniel Jones then if no one's gonna say it.
I just think that every quarterback has gotten 70 yards against the second team.
Yeah,
is that all that big of a deal?
But
Nathan Peterman had a 50-yard rush.
But out of all the rookie quarterbacks in week 1, I feel like he was by far the best. And
no one even talked about Kyler. Like if I didn't look up how he did, I wouldn't know.
Kyler really didn't have any big flashy plays, and that's because Kingsbury's obviously not going to come out with those in the preseason. And then Haskins threw 2 interceptions. So I feel like Daniel Jones definitely was the best rookie in week 1. But it's it's a preseason game, as you guys said. It really isn't a huge deal. But what is a huge deal is the Antonio Brown drama. The wide receiver for the Raiders has threatened to never play football again if he doesn't get to wear his old helmet. As a Chiefs fan, I really hope he just quits. But I'd say he's going to come back. What do you think, Josh?
I mean, Brown has a mentality of he doesn't need to come back. He would talk himself into not coming back because he just wants to make a point. Does he need the money? No. Would it be good for the NFL if he stays? Yes. But Brown's that type of player that says, "Screw you, I'm all for myself," and says, "I'm not going to play if I don't get played by my rules." And if the NFL does it for him, then they have to do it for everyone else. And if someone gets hurt because they were wearing that helmet, then the NFL is going to look really bad. So really, the NFL is in a dilemma. Do they lose millions of dollars with Brown not being on the Raiders and no one making jersey sales from him, or do they take the chance of someone get a serious head injury from wearing that helmet that they banned originally?
I think that there's a pretty clear option that the NFL is going to elect to do, and it's going to be to call Antonio Brown's bluff and be like, "Yeah, you can wear our helmet, or you can retire. That's your choice." I don't see a large organization backing down to something this.
That's what I'm saying.
Overall petty. There's no way they let him wear that old helmet.
Yeah, and the NFL doesn't need Antonio Brown to live.
Oh my God!
No. Well, it's so funny.
One of our offensive linemen just got plowed.
Oh, God, yeah, I just saw that. I was behind. Oh, my God, did he catch that? Oh no. Okay, I was way behind, but yeah. On the topic of that, I saw someone bring up a point that said they should let him sign a waiver, saying if he gets hurt, it's not the NFL. It's his decision. What do you guys think about that?
They already signed a contract, pretty much doing that
Yeah,
signing with
I
an
mean, but
NFL
this is
team.
a different thing. I mean, because the NFL is required. I don't know if they're required, but they come out and said they're
I
trying
don't
to make the
understand
game
how
as
this
safe as
affects
possible.
Brown's vision.
He
Literally,
said
just get a
he
different
said that
face mask.
Yeah, and I don't know, but I mean, Antonio Brown's a damn good football player.
Like the helmet literally can't have like a viewing like area. Like literally, you just need a different face mask.
Yeah, I don't know. He's being an emotional crybaby, but you know what? He was one in Pittsburgh, and now it's starting to look like it wasn't
He's
Big
fitting
Ben.
it in Oakland.
I cannot wait to see Hard Knocks this week. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a complete and utter joke. I mean, that Antonio Brown just has to stop. I mean, he's so
Oakland
good.
suits him.
No,
Let's
yeah,
be
I mean,
honest.
there's a reason. There's a reason he only got traded for a third and a fifth round pick, and that's because he's just such a drama queen. And like, I really thought, maybe it's just Ben, and maybe he just wants out of Pittsburgh. But whenever he in the offseason started calling out Juju and like saying bad things about him, I was like, this dude. We're looking at a 30-year-old guy that is more childish than most high school players right now. Antonio, and what's the problem is this is deeper than a helmet thing. Antonio's never been told no in his career. It's always been the way he wanted it. And now that he's being told no, he's not enjoying it. And if I were the Raiders, obviously you'd love to have him play, but you got to move on. There's guys that are hungrier that will work way harder than he will to play. They're not going to stop because of a helmet. So you got to move on as a team. But then again, if Brown is there for week 2, he's probably going to kill the Chiefs secondary, so that's not going to be fun. Because we have about one good corner and the rest are sus. So I thought we can maybe get back into the NFL, but I thought I'd break down this because, college football is on the brink of starting, and I thought I'd break down Sports Illustrated this week came out with their top 25, and I was going to go through each team and see your guys' opinions on if they deserve to be there or not. They should be higher or lower. So let's go ahead and get this started. At number 25, and I know we don't really know a lot about players and stuff, but, I mean, programs in general, I think we all have a decent understanding on. So number 25 is Stanford. What do you guys think?
Lower.
They should be behind Mizzou. So if
Stanford
Mizzou's not
has
25,
nobody.
then
I don't think they have anyone in the backfield after losing Bryce Love. So
Yeah, I mean I will say Mizzou's not in the top 25 on Sports Illustrated. So
just because they can't be in the AP, so really like the NCAA can just.
Nebraska's 24th. I bet we have some vocal opinions on this one.
Lower. Literally just because Scott Frost is on that team does not mean they're good. They literally just went 4-8.
Wasn't he on the team last year?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
it's like,
this is his first year where it's pretty much his team.
yeah, I was shocked to see that it was Nebraska made this because I don't get the hype.
Everyone's riding very high hope.
They haven't made a bowl game since 2016. But we'll go to number 23, Iowa State. What do you guys think about that?
That's good. I like that. I think that's a good spot.
Yeah, I don't really mind that. They've been consistent in the Big 12, and they're not exactly going to have a ridiculous schedule or anything, so they could easily get 9 wins.
All right, number 22, a team that had a losing record a year ago, Virginia Tech.
I can't tell you on that.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just
I don't
trying to
expect us
think.
to know much about Virginia Tech, but
But
I'm trying
I'll
to
say
think if
yes
their head
because
coach.
the ACC is garbage, and I hate it.
Are you
Clemson's not
stupid?
garbage.
Are you stupid?
Yeah, they got one good team.
They got
Florida
Florida
State's not
State.
garbage.
They got
Florida State
Miami.
was so
Miami.
overrated last year.
Virginia Tech, Duke.
Duke is trash at football. Never say that again.
Okay, where'd Daniel Jones come from? Thank you very much. No, I'm joking.
Okay, just because you can get it, like, you think that South Dakota State's a good school?
I mean,
Just
they
because
did
Carson
win like
Wentz-
3 Division
North
II
Dakota
titles
State,
in a
but
row.
yeah.
In a row.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, the point is that just because you have a good player on your team doesn't mean you're a good team. Anyways, we'll go to number 21, Michigan State, the Spartans, who, by the way, their alternative jerseys that they came out with are ugly. So I think that should drop them out of the top 25 automatically.
I think that's good
Alright,
for them. I don't really know much about the team. I just know that they haven't been living up to full potential the last couple of years.
All right, now we get into some SEC teams. This is I feel
If
like
it's
you guys will know a little more.
Tennessee, they're not. They shouldn't be on the top 25. So if it's Tennessee, just skip them, please.
It's not Tennessee. Number 20 is Mississippi State.
Oh my God.
Team that went 8-5 a year ago.
Good for
Look,
them.
just looking at their schedule, it's pretty brutal. They have to go to Auburn. They have to play LSU. They have to go to Texas A&M, and they have to play Alabama.
Auburn's not a tough team anymore.
Well, I mean, the Mazad
They
Cat
literally
says no.
don't
We'll
have
see.
a quarterback.
All right, at number 19, we got a Big Ten team in Wisconsin. You guys think that that's a good spot for them?
Yeah, that's good enough.
I tell you what, they were a quarterback away last year from being a very good team.
Well, they were a field goal away from being a top 4 team. But then they lost to, what's that school? Utah State, I think?
I don't even remember. Yeah, they had a really ugly loss. All right, so now another local team at number 18, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I thought you were about to say Kansas State. I was about to
Pass.
say.
Get that Pac-10 garbage.
All
out
right,
of
here we
here.
go. You talk trash on them, Josh, but number 17 is Auburn.
Oh,
Are you serious?
Yes, they are. They're right there.
Sports
number
Illustrated must be
17.
drunk, high, all the above on making this list.
Yeah, it's.
Literally, look up
cringy.
who their quarterback is.
I don't even know who any team's quarterback is really outside of Missouri right now, so I couldn't tell
That's
you.
actually stupid.
Yeah, I mean, they're not that good, I don't think, but
Literally, that's why they had
We
to
will
recruit
see.
Kelly Bryant. Like, their head coach is
Oh, yeah.
probably on, like, the hot seat right now. Like,
all right, number
there's no
16 is
way.
Penn State. I'm not sure any
That's
of us
fair.
have a.
That's fair.
Number 15, a very controversial team these past couple years, UCF.
absolutely.
I think that I don't know, man. It's such a weird team because they've been so good these last 2 years, but their
They're coming off a
competition does go
loss.
up a little bit this year. They have to play Stanford. But
Did they lose
I mean,
to Auburn last year?
they lost to LSU last year in the bowl
LSU,
game,
that's right.
but
My
their
question is,
quarterback
why
was
don't
out.
they join a good conference? Like, what are they doing?
Because
I'm
nobody
pretty sure they're
wants them,
trying.
probably.
I'm pretty sure they've tried. They just can't. I don't know what the deal is, to be honest.
I like
But
And it's one of
UCF.
the biggest schools in the country too. That's the crazy
But
thing.
I feel like getting Stanford on the schedule, which according to Sports
No,
Illustrated, is a
like,
top 25 team,
their
will help.
schedule is going to be getting harder and harder
Yeah,
each year
and they get to-
because
And they get to play Houston, which was a good team last year, so that could definitely help them. You know, that's what's hurt them these last couple years is resume.
Yeah.
All right, number 14, surprised me, Utah.
No
I-
idea. Pass.
No, yeah, I don't know. All right, you guys, number 13, here comes another SEC team, a team that I think
if you say is Tennessee on this list,
I'm not going to tell you until we're done.
okay, then that's a yes.
Number 13, and this is a team I think is fairly rated, is Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah.
Jimbo's in his
Overrated.
second year.
Overrated, all right.
John, they literally almost beat the national champs last year if it wasn't for Kelly Bryant.
Yeah, but
And then they don't give Kelly a ring. Those ungrateful.
Kelly doesn't deserve a ring.
What? Come on, man. They don't get that ring without Kelly.
Yeah.
If they don't beat
I'm
Texas
seeing
A&M, they're not in the
Kelly ring.
playoff. I really doubt
What
they
were
are.
they ranked in 2, right? They could have made their way in S4.
I
No,
mean,
no, they would have slid Georgia over them so fast.
yeah, Georgia. You could have easily seen Georgia getting in over them because they wanted to put Georgia in there over Oklahoma, who only had one loss. And
Yeah.
to be fair, I think Georgia was a better team than Oklahoma, but that's not how it works. Anyways, we're a little off track now. Let's get back onto it. Number 12, they got a big transfer quarterback. It's the Washington Huskies.
They got a
Pac-10 trash.
wait. What?
What?
Who did the Huskies get? That Jake Browning dude's gone.
Who did they get? I forget his name, but it
It
was a
doesn't
big...
matter because they're in the Pac-12.
Well, I'll have you know that they've made the college football playoff before.
Well,
Yes.
I'll have you know
That's
that
one of the most
Pac-12
forgotten
is a
moments, I
joke.
think.
I mean, it's just...
They
Think about
also
how
got
many-
blown out by Bama.
Mizzou, if Mizzou is in the Pac-12 this year and they don't have the bullpen,
That's
they
who it
would make
is.
the playoff. They
Jacob
would make-
Eason. Jacob Eason from Georgia transferred to Washington.
Oh my God! Never even heard of him. So I'm not gonna.
He was
make them
ranked the
that
number
high.
1 transferred quarterback.
Are you?
but-
Whoever's making that list
Number-
is stupid.
Josh
No.
is just fuming at the moment.
Are you
Kelly
serious?
Bryant.
No,
Kelly Bryant
no,
was-
not Kelly
was
Bryant.
number 3.
Or Kelly Bryant should be 4.
Jalen Hurts is number 2.
Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields.
They put Justin Fields at 6.
Oh my God!
All right,
Okay.
but let's get back into it. Number 11 is Michigan.
That's fair. That's fair. Their quarterback's coming off a hard year.
All right, here's the top 10, and it starts with an SEC team.
Wait, it's probably
It
It's
is
gonna be
Florida.
it's
Oh.
Florida.
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 Bump them down. Bump them down. Get
John,
them
just
out of
because
Yeah.
we beat them, we had a good game.
here.
Don't act like they're
that's
trash.
ridiculous. If you lose to Mizzou back-to-back years, you should have to just quit.
Okay, to be
Like-
fair, 2017 was a terrible year for Florida.
Nope, you are exempt from college football playoff rankings until you.
I mean, we are this year, so
All right, number 9, another Pac-12 school, Oregon, and Justin
Trash.
Herbert.
oh yeah,
who's
that's right.
probably
They
gonna
got
be a
Herbert.
top
No,
quarterback.
Oregon's gonna fall down to around 20 probably after 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean Oregon's first game of the year is Auburn, so that would be
They're gonna
interesting.
beat Auburn. Stop high, like making Auburn sound good.
I'm just saying it's a SEC opponent to
Hey,
start.
guess what happened last time Auburn played Oregon in the final?
Cam
they?
Newton.
Cam.
Oh, that's right, that it was. All right, number 8, back to the SEC we go with LSU.
That's very fair.
I
I'll
could
give it that.
honestly think they might be rated. I think they could be rated a little higher.
No.
Joe Burrow is going to have a good season at quarterback for them.
Well, first I,
I
need
mean-
to know who else is ranked higher than them, and if
Yeah, so let's continue. A team that embarrassed themselves in the college football playoff last year, number 7, Notre Dame.
Yeah, they really did.
I hate Notre Dame. Literally, they don't play anyone, so it's like
In fairness, though, Clemson was
Well,
raw, so.
This year they are definitely going to have to earn their way into the college football playoff because they have to play at Georgia, at Michigan, and at
that's
Stanford.
right. They play Georgia this year.
So if they get in this year, they earned it. All right, now
Georgia
these
has
would be
a good
these
schedule
next
this
two,
year.
these next two teams would be the first 2 out according to Sports Illustrated. Number 6 is Ohio State.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really. Justin
should have a bowl
Fields is
ban,
kind of like a
So, down.
shot in the dark. You
This
really don't know.
one really, really shocked me.
You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
Number 5,
Is it
a Big
Oklahoma?
12 school,
No, it's Oklahoma.
Texas.
That's stupid. No, that's actually not. That's right. That's right.
I mean, it's
What's
not
his name? What's his name?
that
Oh my
quarterback there is
God.
like the most hyped guy.
Sam Hellingberg.
Sam Ellinger. Yeah, Sam Ellinger. He is so hyped up. We'll see. And
He's
I
not
could be
hyped
wrong.
up. He beat Georgia.
Here's the thing: Texas is too inconsistent to actually be able to put together like a consistent enough year to make the playoff. Like they almost
All right, here
lost
we
to
go.
K-State last year, and they were crap.
Here we go. Here are the top 4. At number 4, Big 12 school, Oklahoma,
God.
as of right now.
Oklahoma's not gonna do anything.
I mean,
This
I don't know
is-
why you say that.
Why? My thing
Lincoln
is
Riley's got them
please
in the
make
playoffs.
the
Better than
playoffs.
every SEC
Make
team besides Georgia and Alabama.
Georgia, Bama, LSU,
No,
Texas A&M.
No, I bet they're better than LSU.
Get both of those out of here. Get A&M out of here.
You don't even know how.
Jalen Hurts
No,
is a
you do
damn
know.
good
I was
quarterback.
thinking. I was thinking Justin.
Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback.
I was
don't know why
thinking
you would
Justin
say that.
Hurts.
Jalen
Justin
Hurts.
Hurts.
I was thinking of someone named Justin that goes to Ohio State.
Okay, so number 3 is Georgia, as of right now.
I can't wait till Mizzou beats them and they don't make the playoffs. Literally, like
Yeah.
if we don't make
We're-
the bowl,
we're just
if we
talking at
get
this
a bowl ban, I just want to beat Georgia so that we can ruin their hopes.
All right,
Yeah.
now this, I found this
I'm
interesting.
Gruden. I'm someone's nightmares.
Number 2 is Clemson.
Number
The
one's
defending national
Bama.
champions
Oh my
coming.
god.
And number 1 is KU University, Kansas University. The
Dang.
Jayhawks are number 1. No, it's
That's
Alabama.
actually fair. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
Les
dude.
Miles is turning the program around.
Yeah, KU number 1, obviously. No one even competes. Nah, but yeah. So out of all those teams I just mentioned, the ones you can remember, who was the least deserving to be in the top 25?
Stanford.
Stanford over Auburn. You think Stanford's worse than Auburn?
Oh shoot, yeah, Auburn.
No,
Auburn.
Stanford, Pac-12.
John.
Okay.
John,
You
you
say
literally
that,
just.
but you have to understand the Pac-12 is better than like
Oh,
good amount of
go
conference.
Caldwell.
Then all the non-Power 5. That's it.
Justin Herbert is going to have Oregon in contention for the entire season, most likely.
No, he's not.
Listen, oh, Chiefs about to score a touchdown, almost.
How about we just?
Hey,
forget
we
the
almost got that
Pac-12
guy on the
exists
podcast.
and Maybe watch one of their teams suck at the freaking playoffs.
Dude,
'Cause that's pretty
Herbert
much what
is
happens
not
every
going to
time.
live up to the hype. He's one of those
Listen.
Daniel Jones. Is a very good quarterback, but he's not.
Daniel
Oregon,
Jones.
Oregon's not a good team right now.
Who went into last season, Josh, hyping up Daniel Jones.
Yeah, for real. I didn't even know his name until they.
I
called him
didn't
on
know
the stage.
Duke had a football
You didn't know
program. That
Justin
was
Herbert until last year when they were talking about the draft because he
Justin,
shocked
that's
everyone.
How you figure out about the majority of quarterbacks. I mean, a lot of people thought he was going to go to the draft, but I mean,
Exactly. So if you didn't know anything about him,
But
you
you
wouldn't know
don't
who. You would be wondering why Oregon's ranked that
I'll
high.
say this: you don't return if you don't think you have the supporting cast around you to help you get better and get to the NFL. So he
That's
obviously.
debatable. That's debatable.
I mean, why else would you return? That guy was going to be a first-round pick, most likely.
Jonte Porter.
Oh my God.
Jonte Porter made a mistake, and he would admit that.
And he had to pay.
And he, unfortunately, has had to pay. But, and you know what? Going back has hurt quarterbacks a lot. We saw it happen with Matt Barkley. He was going to go number one. Then
Oh
he
my
became,
God! That's.
But it worked with Andrew Luck. And everyone was like, why the hell is Andrew Luck going back to school? He'll be the number one pick right now. Well, that saved him from going to Cleveland. He got to go to Indianapolis. And
Indianapolis was kind of a mess at the time, though. He might have been fine in Cleveland, too.
He inherited a bad team, obviously. You have to be bad to get the number one overall pick, but it wasn't a joke of an organization like Cleveland had been.
I guess that's fair. But
and also to be fair,
okay.
And also to be fair, the Colts had good players at receiver such as Reggie Wayne and Pierre Garcon and just T.Y. Hilton. I don't know. I don't think T.Y. was there, but the thing about the Colts is they were only bad 1 year because Peyton Manning got hurt. I mean, the year before that, they were in the playoffs. So he got into a situation that really, as a first overall pick, you couldn't ask for a better spot to go to.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the college football season. Obviously, I think Mizzou's a top 25 team. And I think they're going to win the SEC East. I've convinced myself this, unfortunately.
That's as likely as the Chiefs going 23-0.
Actually, it's not because the Chiefs are really, really, really good. But yeah, I don't know. So I thought it'd be a little interesting to debate this just a little bit. Where does Kelly Bryant rank among quarterbacks in the entire college football Division I landscape?
13.
Number
13?
one.
The first two that come out of my mind, number one, I'd say is Trevor Lawrence right now.
No. No.
Who?
Tua Tagovailoa.
We just saw them go head to head, and
yeah, you saw Tua had one bad game, and then you see Trevor Lawrence have a good season. Tua has been proven to be mobile and have a really good arm. Trevor Lawrence had such a breakout game in the national championship. He was clutch when he needed to be. Tua is such a good quarterback.
But let's be honest, I'm not disagreeing, but in the SEC championship, he had to get bailed out. And he was not the guy that led that comeback. Jalen Hurts was the man that stepped in there and made it happen. And nobody in college football played as well as Trevor Lawrence did in that championship game. That was by far
debatable.
Tua played terrible. To be honest,
Zeke, I think, has the best performance.
I'm talking quarterback wise, but
Tua kind of dookied on Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's defense was so trash. I get what you're saying. Tua, I'm not disagreeing. Tua's amazing. Tua was going to be my number 2. It's really close between them, and I'd say number 3 is where the real conversation starts. I gotta be honest. I think if I had to say right now, I'd say it's Jake Fromm. I like Jake Fromm a lot. Maybe it's because of the situation around him.
Yeah,
but I really like Jake Fromm. I think he's a good quarterback. Then after that,
4's Jalen Hurts, 5's Justin Fields, 6 is Justin Herbert, 7 is Kelly Bryant.
Yeah, I can see that. I think Kelly Bryant.
All you need to know is Kelly Bryant is number 1. Actually, no, Skylar Thompson ahead of him.
John, I swear to God, if you actually just listed a K-State quarterback ahead of Kelly Bryant, you...
What, John? If realistically, because I don't know the team very well.
John hasn't said anything realistic tonight.
No. Don't take anything I say about K-State for real.
No. I want you to give me a real answer here.
Kelly Bryant, number 1.
No.
What is
K-State's record going to be this year? Like I genuinely do not know how good that team is.
My heart says 5-7. My gut says 4-8.
So it's not gonna be good.
The thing with K-State is that the Big 12 isn't soft like the SEC, and they only get 3 non-con games.
Okay.
So that
You know what,
okay,
though?
well that is one reason that I'm so tired of the SEC getting overvalued, because I think its teams get overhyped because they only have to play what?
John.
What?
Who is Auburn playing their first game?
Okay, yeah, yes, I get what you're gonna go with this, and they're gonna
Who
play
is
somebody
Mississippi State playing?
good. They're playing Kansas State.
No,
yeah, that's right.
Not their first game. No, Mississippi.
But still, like, I mean, it's just, I don't know. And if you're obviously like the big ones like Bama, Auburn, LSU, that's cool and all. But like, I think a lot of teams like Mizzou sometimes gets a little bit more than they deserve. I feel
Mizzou's
like.
playing Wyoming, Southern East Missouri State, West Virginia.
But
Troy.
to be fair, every big school gets easy games. Like that's
No,
not
and that's just the thing. But I think, but
I will. The SEC, like Bama gets a layup, like a couple layups. Like they got to play the Citadel.
They don't.
They got to play the Citadel in November. Like
that was
that's
a good
layup,
game in the first half.
which says a lot about Bama. I mean, if you're playing that close with Citadel, you're just not trying. But yeah, I think
Alabama football schedule for this year. They play Duke, New Mexico State, Southern Miss. Dang, this is a bad non-conference schedule.
Also, side rant, like, why do they get to throw the Citadel in, like, week 8? That's a bit OP, if you ask me.
yeah,
Because-
like November. Like listen to this, November 23rd.
They don't
Bama-
get to play the Citadel. They're not playing them this year.
November 23rd, Alabama hosts Western Carolina.
Yeah, like, what is that?
Here's my biggest gripe. They get to play Western, and Chiefs just got an interception. That's awesome. They're going to win the game 38-17 most likely. But why do they get to play Western Carolina before their biggest game of the year at Auburn? Like, and you can say that's not their biggest, but the Iron Bowl is always a huge game.
No.
Besides the playoff / SEC championship.
Correct.
It was good 2 years ago. It is not good.
Pretty much every
but,
time
like,
Auburn and
even
Alabama play, it's interesting. Like there's just
even on years where one of them like sucked, like MUKU was always like the most.
Yeah, it's just a rivalry, man. It's like Packers and Bears. You know, even if the Bears are hot,
Had to bring in the Packers somehow.
I had to. Even if the Bears are hot garbage and don't win a division for 8 years, it's still a rivalry, man. And it's
even like Chiefs Raiders, like.
Yeah, like the Chiefs have lost to the Raiders twice since 2013, both on a short week. So really, I don't even count it. But you know what I'm saying.
There was you got to count that last one.
Okay, the last one was it was a tough
mess.
scene.
It was the worst series of football I've ever watched in my life.
1-0.
Yeah, the Chiefs are gonna go 1-0.
22 to go.
22 more to go. Let's get. I hope we get the loss out during the preseason.
Everyone
if it happens.
Tweet at just hashtag 23-0.
Yeah, if
you
hashtag 23-0. I mean, we've got one down, 22 to go. We might break the rules and just play wild card weekend so we can go 24-0. I don't know.
That'd be something.
I
mean,
swear.
could
my
there
God.
be I feel like what?
No, you cannot. No, there's no way you could go 24.
The Steelers could win the 16 games, and then somehow that still couldn't happen. Yeah, we're not playing a wild card weekend.
No, I mean if we have to play on wild card weekend, I'm gonna be upset. That would be a big disappointment.
Unless I don't know if it could work out that way.
I don't want it to work out that way. I mean that.
Screw it, let's go 24-0. Let's let a bunch of other teams go undefeated.
Half the teams that we play. No, this is what I thought of. What if every single team ties every single game? What happens?
I did do this one time on that. You know that like the thing where you can predict all the games. I did do that.
When does the tiebreaker even come down to?
Points probably.
No, it actually like I forgot what the official what the thing was for it, but it was some stupid I can't even recall what it was, but I did it and it was just so weird. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs didn't make it and the Raiders won the division. It made no sense, but everyone tied. Which is why that will never happen and why they should get rid of ties, because if that ever did happen, that would be a headache.
Even though the chances of that are less likely than you winning the lottery, probably.
I mean, yeah, it would be.
Oh, it's got to be less likely. And
Like
yeah, I mean,
literally,
it
you
is,
could
'cause people win the
you
lottery.
could win the lottery 3 times and everyone tying still doesn't happen.
All right, yeah, good. Keep a conversation going. I'm gonna do this real quick with the ties.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
I'm just intrigued. I don't know
We
why.
can talk about this all we want, but name a game the Chiefs are gonna lose.
No, actually,
The
I have a
Ravens,
conversation.
the Colts,
No,
the
the
Texans.
Ravens. Did you
Okay.
just say the Ravens? You said the
Josh.
Texans too. Josh.
No, Josh deep throats the Texans. He thinks they're gonna be raw.
I do not deep throat the Texans.
And Browns. Josh is
Josh
No.
really likes Houston. So Josh,
No.
why?
Josh.
break
Josh
down
is secretly
why
a
you really
Texans and Browns fan
like.
at the same time.
J.J. Watt, Javanion Clowney.
Okay,
Or-
here's the thing. Jadeveon hasn't showed up, so there's one problem.
To camp? Yes, I know, but he will.
I mean,
Weren't the Chiefs like looking at him for a little bit?
Yes, and I was so mad that they didn't sign him.
are you kidding me,
No,
Josh?
Frank Clark.
Huh?
You're
Sorry, my mother
real
has
life.
entered the room.
Did she bring the oranges and water?
No, she didn't. Not this time.
Dang it,
Dang it.
Miss Ogden.
John, you don't
Oh,
get
not-
that.
I
just leaked my
I've
last
been
name.
Told of the joke. Oh wait, nah, you.
John's last name's Alvy. Oh my god.
Oh God.
Anyways, I was gonna discuss this since it's kind of gone on during the preseason. What do you guys think of the new pass interference challenging? It's kind of an interesting.
I was about to say,
little
didn't we talk about this? But we talked about it right before it
We
came.
talked about it off podcast. We didn't
Yeah,
really get to.
and we had
discuss-
like
Our
yeah.
off podcast topics are so much better than our on podcast topics.
Yeah, admit that while we're doing this. That's a real nice
Yeah,
thing
let's
to do.
not talk about that till we're off the podcast. Okay.
All right, well,
forward to
we'll
it.
see you guys in a minute after
No.
we're done talking.
No, I tell you though, an after dark podcast would be a lot of fun.
Oh my god, I've said it, but you guys all been scared to do it.
That's not true.
That is
Okay,
very
Josh,
true.
you wouldn't be
John
able to
has-
participate.
What?
You know that. Okay, here's the thing. No, we got to go back to something because it just registered. You think the Colts are gonna beat the Chiefs?
You think the Texans are gonna beat the Chiefs? The Texans are god awful. Let's be
Okay,
honest.
that is a stretch. God awful.
Against the Chiefs, though. When
You
are they
know
gonna
you
beat
don't
us?
believe it. You know you don't
No,
believe the
no, no,
Texans are
but
god
they-
awful.
Okay, but the Texans are not going to beat the Chiefs. They never
It's
do.
gonna be a
They
good
just don't.
game.
No,
I don't know.
No,
Deshaun
no,
Watson
no,
is
no,
a fraud. And I will say that until the day that I am in the grave. Unless he were to sign a contract with the Chiefs as a backup, then
Then
I
there's
would
no doubt.
Why would Deshaun?
Yeah, like that's just stupid to think about.
to get a ring.
We already have Chad Henne. Let's relax. We have the
Have you
best
seen those
backup
guys
ever.
with the shirts? Henny for starter
Yes.
on training camp, dude. I might cop that. It's a movement I can get behind.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, we don't want to
I'm ju-
like play. We're playing with fire there.
Because
You never
Mahomes
know,
is like,
Clark
because
Hunt's
Mahomes
just
is
gonna
like,
be
my own city doesn't like me. We're like, no, we're kidding, get back here.
Mahomes signs with the Raiders.
Yeah, next thing you know,
Oh,
you see
no.
him in a. If I saw him in a Broncos uniform, I'd puke. Like,
That's already
physically,
how I
think
feel about Drew Lock. Like I have no hopes for Drew Lock. I'm not even
Drew
gonna lie.
Lock-
Like,
No, I
everyone's
like.
hope
I
he
will
does
like Drew
good.
Lock anytime
No,
he doesn't
I
play
don't.
the Chiefs.
you can't root for a guy.
You
on
can't cheer for the
Denver.
Broncos.
If you root for anyone on Denver, you're just not
Jackson,
doing it right.
you cheer for two different teams, so I mean,
And that's true, but are Green Bay and Kansas City rivals? Not.
they
that
will
doesn't-
be in week 11. I think that's the week, right?
It's like week 7,
Sorry, 7. They will be in
week
7.
9. No, week 7.
Jesus!
No, week 8. Week 8.
Oh
I
my
figured it out.
God! Sometime this season they'll be rivals.
They will be, and that's going to be emotionally tearing.
Jackson's gonna be the weird dude that cuts up 2 jerseys just so he can make it on Sunday Night Football, and it says Mahomes and Rodgers. Jackson would be that guy.
It would be pretty cool to get on Sunday Night Football, wouldn't it?
No, if
I mean, I'm
anything,
gonna be
you
in the
should be wearing a
building, so-
KC3 Takes shirt, and I won't.
Oh,
Literally, like, that just sucks.
Because we're gonna wear that to a Chiefs game. Oh yeah.
yeah,
you know
and I'm sure they're going to let us self-advertise. Yeah, that's going to really...
No, Jackson. Whenever they're on Jackson, he lifts up the jersey and it says KC3 Takes.
And then they cut it.
We got our
I mean,
2
that's-
seconds of fame.
When
You
is
know
this
how
tie simulator gonna be done? Because I kind of want to talk about soccer. So
Man,
I am in
we're
week-
not.
You can stop because I'm in week 11 and I'm going, but it takes a little time to click all these buttons.
Okay, well, just stop at week 12. What's it looking like?
No, because that doesn't finalize anything. It makes no sense. What's it looking like? They're all ties. I don't know what
like,
to,
well,
I
it
don't
looks
know.
like it's all ties.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just all ties. Oh, this is a site. Like, technically, everybody would go winless and everyone would go undefeated. So I don't know
Yeah.
how to feel about that. Like,
Yeah, that
what-
was something that made me mad last year when the Browns tied and everyone's like, the streak's over.
the streak wasn't over though. Like,
Exactly.
they still haven't won a game in like
That's what
ages.
everyone was talking about. The Browns haven't won a game, and now they're
In fairness, the streak, we knew the streak was going to be over when they tied with them. We knew they weren't going to be the worst team in the league anymore.
Yeah, and they shouldn't have tied that game, to be honest. They should have lost.
they should have won so many games.
They were down 20.
Josh,
They were down
you-
21-7 in the fourth, and
you're going to
No.
get us listed as a Browns thing
yeah, you literally like
and a Texans thing.
literally like the first podcast we did, you're like Dog Pound Nation. I was like, why do you root for them? Like, don't get me wrong, I like Baker Mayfield. I think he's hilarious.
They're a
but, like,
fun team to watch. Literally, that's the only thing I will say.
I to be honest, I hate the Browns. Their fan base is so annoying. It is the worst because now they think they're
I
cool.
don't look at fan bases on how I root for a team. That
You have to though, like because that.
Well,
that's
then
part-
why are you looking at rooting for teams besides the Chiefs? Is what I want to know. Like, what are you doing?
no, I just said I never said that. I said I like the Browns because they're a fun team to watch.
But why are they fun to like?
They have so
Would
many
you-
young talent stars.
What would you do the same thing with Denver? Like
They
if
don't
Denver
have
had-
young talent stars.
I said if they had young talent, would you do the same thing?
Don't act
Yes.
like you didn't watch Peyton Manning go pass for 50 touchdowns. Like don't act like
Yes,
you never watched
there's
one
a
of those
difference-
games.
There's a difference between watching football and rooting for a team. I don't have to root for a team.
I'd
just go
rather
and watch.
root for the Browns than root for the Dolphins.
Well, yeah. Actually, I disagree there. I hate the
Okay,
Browns.
come on.
The Browns are the worst, bro. Their fan base thinks they're all that. They think
And a
that they're-
bag of chips.
They
They
think,
think
they're
they're
gonna
winning
win.
the Super Bowl.
Like that team, I would be so impressed if they made the playoffs because I don't
They
think
will.
they will.
I think they
They're
will.
going to make the playoffs. They're going to win 12.
That
games.
roster is so
It's
overrated.
stacked.
Wait, John, did you say they're going to make the playoffs? Are you rooting for the Browns?
I'm just saying what they're going to do.
All right,
I'm
it's
rooting
done,
for the
by
Browns.
way.
Headed into
John's
If you guys
rooting
are
for the
interested,
Browns.
it's done.
I don't really think anyone's interested, but you can go ahead and say
Well,
it.
I just went through all that. So someone's gonna have to listen. All right, so in the so in the AFC North, the Ravens won the division. Keep in mind, everyone had the same record. And Pittsburgh missed the playoffs, Cleveland missed the playoffs, and the Bengals missed the playoffs. In the AFC South, the Titans won the division. Texans got a wild card. The Jaguars missed the playoffs, and the Colts missed. In the AFC East, the Dolphins won the division. The Bills got a wild card. The Jets missed the playoffs, and the Patriots missed the playoffs. Boy, we need to do this more often. And in the AFC West, the Chargers won the division. Oakland came in second, didn't make the playoffs. Kansas City came in third, didn't make the playoffs. Denver in last. In the NFC North, Green Bay won the division. Minnesota got a wild card. Detroit missed. The Bears missed. In the NFC South, the Panthers got the number 1 overall seed. Saints made the wild card. Bucks and Falcons missed. In the NFC East, the Giants and Daniel Jones win the division. No one else made the playoffs. And in the West, Seattle won the division. So, a little interesting. If everybody tied, the playoffs would be Texans, Ravens, Bills, Titans, Saints, Giants, Vikings, Seahawks. And then, of course, you would have to think of the teams that got a first-round bye, even though they did nothing extra. The Dolphins, Chargers, Packers, and Panthers. So that's the formula for something that will never happen.
Sounds
I'm
good.
glad we took the time to do this. Thank you, Josh, for asking this. Because
I just was wondering, someone knew, like, you didn't have to do that.
I looked at it and it just said it was a coin flip. So
Oh, well, then what was the point of entering all of it?
Yeah,
well, they didn't tell me that until I was done.
Oh, they didn't tell you until you were done.
They just they pretty much just roasted you.
There was an asterisk next to it, and it was like coin flip, and I was like, oh, that's how it works.
Dude, that would suck if your season was determined by a coin
That would be
flip.
mad hell. Could you imagine the playoffs getting decided by a coin flip?
Could you
team?
imagine watching the coin flip ceremony?
Every single team is
Everybody-
flipping a coin. That
Yeah,
would be
just-
so. Oh my god, that'd be epic.
I think it was the year that we picked Poe. Like, we got to pick up because of a coin.
Of a
flip.
coin. Yeah, they always
Yeah,
do the
you
coin
have to.
flips.
If you
They
finish
do
with
coin
this,
flips at the combine.
but it's crazy because it's so many things that go into that. Like if you have the same record, then it goes like, what was your conference record? And if you have the same conference record, what was your division record? And if you have the same of all that, then they flip a coin. That's kind of weird.
The last one I think was the Vikings and Saints.
No, I thought there was one
Vikings
this
and
year.
Colts. I know it's the
Pretty-
Vikings and someone.
I'm pretty sure like 2 teams went 7-9, and then like they had to flip a coin. Yeah, the Falcons and Redskins went 7-9. They flipped a coin.
Really?
I mean, it's kind of hard. Like you don't have to do that in baseball because there's 100. Well, I mean, what do
There's
they do
been
in baseball?
so many. Game 163.
Yeah, they do game 163. That's the thing.
For a pick?
Oh, for a pick.
I was about to say I don't think they do it for a pick.
That would be stupid.
I
Alright,
feel
so
like
let's-
baseball probably would be record against each other because they like
Yeah.
to yield to that.
Yeah. All right. Here's the thing. We really haven't talked about a lot of baseball recently. You guys can tell because
Oh,
the Royals
God.
are a
You
hot
literally
mess.
told us earlier
But
not
I
to
said we're
bring
not going to talk about the
baseball
Royals,
up.
and we're still not. But what team right now, if you had to say, is going to win the American League and National League as we stand today? We'll start with John.
2017 rematch Astros Dodgers.
All right, I like it. I think that's the popular pick right now. Josh, what do you got to say about it?
Houston and Cleveland.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because he loves the Texans and the Browns. It's basically from both of those cities. Oh no. Okay.
Yankees, Braves.
What?
I like it. It's a little different. You know, the Yankees are a very good team. They're the closest threat to the Astros.
That's something like Joe Buck would say. That's
What?
the most obvious thing you could have said. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Joe
I just
Buck,
had
like,
to say
well, a
that.
lot of people don't realize that the Yankees are good.
I just had to say that. Like, sorry, that's just.
I was just saying that
There's
they're
been
the
so
closest
like
to
when
Houston.
you read off that college football list, that got me going.
Yeah, you were upset.
I still am. Like,
It didn't really make you happy. I'm glad we did that because John had no idea what to say and you were upset. So that was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
See, here's the thing. I'm pretty much done with college football. Like,
Really?
it
I'm
hasn't
I'm
even
out.
started.
But okay, but here's the thing. Like Mizzou, they are so clearly corrupt. Like there are teams with like major recruiting violations and like years.
Yeah,
of
Utah
covering
got
up,
a.
like
Oh wait, no.
crap,
Utah got a
but
big
then we
slap
have
on the wrist.
Mizzou,
They got
and it's
a
like-
ban for 2 years.
All right, this is something we do know, all of us, and it's the NFL. So this was posted on the 8th of May, so a long, long time ago. So we're going to not do this one because it was power rankings, but that obviously does not hold up anymore. Let's see. All right, this is pretty updated. So here we go. I'll just go through it quicker this time since there's 32. Talk about it, but this time we all have like an actual opinion.
Yeah,
After
So
this, sorry.
We
because I
can
don't
end it
hate
after
the
this.
NFL.
Or do you want to do something after this, Josh?
No, I realized I was kind of mean.
I can talk about soccer. If
John,
anyone's
we're not
interested.
talking about soccer.
Shh. All right, number 32 in their power rankings. It's not the Bengals, Josh. It's the Miami Dolphins.
That's
And I would have to agree.
nope. Bengals
They are
last.
terrible.
You just saw how
They're
the Bengals performed.
I mean, their first team offense looked really good.
Well, I mean, who did they go up against? You have to remember that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, their odds to win the Super Bowl are 1 in 150. So if you want to,
I'll take
Get
those
rich.
odds.
yeah, I mean, you get those odds. Number 31's the Redskins. Holy God.
That's really low.
I would say it's low, but I do think they're going to be bad. Like
The
that team
Bengals
is
are
not-
worse than the Redskins.
I thought you guys were like Josh Rosen fan 101. Like
I am a Josh Rosen fan, but the team around him is not
Where do you
good.
even go to
and
college? Oh, yeah, UCLA.
Went to UCLA. Listen, I think Josh Rosen's going to end up being a mediocre quarterback, but I feel like if he would have gotten in the right hands from the get-go, he could have been amazing.
Mm.
I mean, you can
Here's
say
the
that
thing.
with anyone, but
is he
like,
Patrick Mahomes? No.
and guess who is
doesn't
Patrick
matter.
Mahomes? Nobody outside of Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, my God. Literally.
Oh my God. Daily reminder that we have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, daily reminder
Everyone
that
should be-
Brett Veach is a genius. All right, so at number 30, I think this is a little low. It's the New York Giants.
No, that's
No,
fair. That's
keep
very
him there.
fair. Yeah,
I don't care about
that's
Saquon.
so fair.
I mean, they're
Okay.
going to be such a mess with Daniel Jones and Eli. The media
Here's your
is
team,
gonna
Josh.
be that,
Number 29, the Bengals.
Lower,
I think,
lower.
yeah, they're bad. They're
They're
They'll
definitely.
be- yeah, but they're
I
not going to
disagree
go
with this
0-16. What the
I dis-
heck?
This next one I disagree with. Number 28, the Buffalo Bills. I think they're better.
No.
Yes. Josh Allen sucks. I hate him so much. And
Wait,
do
did
you
you say
hate
they
him?
need to be lower?
because I'm tired of people comparing him.
Wait,
to, like,
did you say
Patrick
the Bills
Mahomes.
need to
Like,
be lower?
No, I said
they should be
higher.
31.
Oh.
No.
Yep.
No, I think that's just.
Yep.
I think that's right because no one knows how good they're going to be. Josh Allen could have a
They
sophomore or
I
second
will
year
say this:
breakout
they
year.
are one of the most interesting teams in the NFL coming up because nobody knows.
Everyone tries to like compare Josh Allen to Patrick Mahomes, and it's
Well,
like,
I mean,
what
Josh
on
Allen
earth are
does
you doing?
have.
The
Josh
only
Allen
thing they
does have
in
99
the only
throw
thing they have
power in
common
Madden.
is their arm strength, and that's
And then it's still Mahomes. Did you see
Josh Allen
throw a
has
ball out of the
99 throw
stadium?
power in Madden 20. All I'm going to say. I don't know what Mahomes has.
It's got to be 99. Does he have the bazooka trait though?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
all right. So number 27 was the Denver Broncos.
That's fair.
Yeah, I could see him being a
Wait,
tad higher.
hold up.
Okay, but
Wherever the
above
Raiders
I
are,
feel
they
like-
need
Just
a flip.
stop. I don't know where the Raiders are. I literally have not looked at this list. This is my first time looking. So we'll keep going. Number 26 is the Arizona Cardinals. I feel like this might be a little high
Yeah, that's low. They need to be lower.
for a
They need
team
to
that
be
just
30.
went 3-13.
Yeah,
I know it's not all based off of the past season, but like, come on. Better than Denver. I don't know if they have a better roster than Denver. At 25, it's Tampa, which I think is about right.
Fair.
I mean, Tampa's the most forgettable major sports team. I'm not even gonna
Everyone's
lie.
saying they're a
Like,
sleeper team with Bruce Arians.
I'd say Charlotte Hornets are the most forgettable team in the pros.
I don't know. Does anyone ever like talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Like,
Has anyone ever
Yes,
talked about the
I
Charlotte
literally-
Hornets?
When I was on the
yeah,
way to
they got some media
when
attention.
I was on the way to
Michael Jordan owns them.
to get something.
That's true.
When I was on the way just getting errands, I heard about the Buccaneers.
Okay, so I think
Well,
we
either
can
way.
all agree they're about
Besides
right there. At 24 is Detroit, and I think that's a pretty fair spot. They're not too good.
Yeah,
they're not
that's
too
fair.
bad. At 23 is Jacksonville. I think that's a pretty fair
Lower.
spot.
Higher. Nick Foles, come on.
So we all three disagree on where they should be. I
We'll
think they're
find
not
out
that
after
good.
week 1.
I don't
No,
think they're
that's
that
a bad
good.
way to do it because we're gonna thrash them. 23
Are we,
0.
though?
All right, so number 22 are the 49ers. I think
How
this
are
might
the
be
Raiders
high.
not on the list?
Just
De Bruyne.
okay. I had to scroll. I will say I had to scroll to make sure I didn't pass them, but I found out where the Raiders are. But anyways, yeah, 22 49ers.
That's fair.
I don't even care. They
Number
suck.
tw-
D
number
Ford.
tw- number
I
20
hope they're the worst team in the NFL. Least favorite
Number,
team.
number 21, the Jets. I feel like
Oh
that's
my God, the Raiders!
just chill. I know the Raiders are coming up very soon.
Hey, Sam Darnold.
Number 20, this is disrespectful. The Titans.
How's that disrespectful?
Because to
What
put
makes
the
the
Titans,
Titans good?
to put the
Blaine
Titans
Gabbert.
below the Raiders, the
They
Titans
put
were
the Jets below the Raiders.
the Titans are better than the Jets. The Titans have gone 9-7 3 years in a row, which is, I mean, it's pretty mediocre, but it's
9
still better.
7 in a mediocre division.
Yeah. All right. So number 19 is the Raiders. That they are
Oh my
coming in at
God.
19.
Lower.
That
Yeah,
is
they
so
should be way
stupid.
lower.
That
They
is
should be way
stupid.
lower.
I don't know what's stupid.
They put the Raiders above the Jaguars.
Auburn
I'm
being
sorry.
ranked or the Raiders being 19?
I don't think that the the Jaguars are going to be that good.
They're gonna be better than the Raiders. Come on.
You just really don't know. Because if you have a new QB, you don't know where to rank them.
I mean, Nick Foles is a Super Bowl MVP. People underrate him.
So is
The,
Eli Manning.
the Eagles
Look
got
at where
better
he
when he
is
came
now.
onto the field.
Look at where
All right.
Eli Manning is now, John.
All right.
Eli
So
Manning's 40 years old. Ding dong.
number 18 are the Ravens.
That's
Also,
fair.
Nick Foles worked under Andy Reid, so
That's fair.
No opinion on that. Number 17 is Pittsburgh.
yes.
Yes.
Lower.
No.
Lower.
Who are they gonna? Who's on their offense? They just
James
have Ben to
Washington, Juju
all year.
Smith-Schuster, James Conner, Jesse
Crap.
James. No, not Jesse James. Yeah, Jesse James.
I mean, they do have a Hall of Fame quarterback. So
Andre Villanueva.
Dante Moncrief.
He's on
They'll
the
be okay.
Colts.
No, he's not. He was on the Colts 2 years ago, dingus. He went to the Jaguars, and now he's on Pittsburgh.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, get your stuff together. Number 16. I think this is pretty accurate.
Get
The
your
Minnesota
stuff together.
If this is the
Minnes-
Seahawks, then that's pretty accurate.
Minnesota Vikings.
Oh man,
Big sports guys.
fan is crying.
Hey, big sports fan. This is a tragedy. Number 15,
Dude
the Green Bay
flips
Packers.
tables.
He's gonna flip the table when he hears that one. Good one.
As a Packers fan, I think 15 is pretty fair.
That's good to
Te-
know.
Didn't make.
I
the
mean, I
playoffs
think they
last
have a
year.
high ceiling, though. I will say.
Yeah, I think they have a pretty high ceiling. Number 14 is Carolina. I don't really know how to feel about that. Cam's health is really concerning.
So far, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean they're such a streaky team, man. Some years they're great, some years they're terrible. It just you never know. Number 13 is the Falcons. I think this is a little low. I think that team is
13.
they're pretty good. Like
Who?
I know, but 13
Wait,
is
who?
not bad.
the Falcons.
No, Falcons.
they're a
lower.
pretty good
they're
team.
like 15, 16.
Nah, bro, they could be a top 10 team this year.
Oh, you're high.
How? They went to
Whoa.
the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
28-3.
Yeah, they did blow
God, I
that.
thought D Ford hurt. 28-3.
That
man.
would suck. That would
Yeah, but
suck.
that's more than just one person. That's everybody.
Yeah.
And then
All right,
Julian Edelman
number
making that helmet
12.
catch.
I think this is
Oh my
number 12.
God.
I think this is pretty accurate. The Dallas Cowboys. They're
If they
they're
don't have
about in that
Zeke,
range.
they're
I'd put
around
the
17,
Falcons above
18.
them.
I would put the Falcons above Dallas as well. I think that Matt Ryan's a better quarterback for sure. Number 11, just missing out on the top 10 is Seattle.
No,
I would argue they could be
Seattle's
lower.
Look,
Now,
They
they
don't have a
forgetting-
defense. They literally don't have a defense. They lost Doug Baldwin. They have Tyler Lockett. That's really about
I will
it.
say this though.
Tyler Lockett.
They have been good every single year Russell Wilson's been there. So until I'm proven otherwise, I'm going to say they're going to be at least solid. Because Russell Wilson has played amazing his entire career there. Number
Good.
10, breaking into the top 10. Josh is going to get a hard on now. It's the Houston Texans.
Texans. Oh my God, I hate the Texans.
That's
lower.
fair. That's fair.
Lower. Atlanta above.
I'd put Atlanta above them too.
No.
So and also the
I would
Seahawks.
bet money that Houston has a better record than Atlanta.
Russell
Well, yeah.
Wilson is okay. Here's
That's not even
home field
fair.
advantage.
Houston
Why isn't
plays
it
in-
fair? Why
Houston
isn't it
gets
fair?
to play in a cupcake division.
No, they get to play the Colts and they get to play the Jaguars. And it sounds like the Jaguars are going to be one of the greatest teams.
I literally just said the Jags are not
Jaguars are a
good.
wild card team.
I just said the Jags weren't good.
Yeah, I'm just saying what John said. That's all I'm saying.
And they
I'm
get
using
to-
my points against Jackson, so it doesn't really make sense.
Compared to the Panthers, Buccaneers, and Saints, it's a cakewalk.
Saints and Panthers.
I will bet you this: Atlanta beats Houston this year head to head.
Do they play?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait.
If Matt Ryan stays healthy and Julio Jones stays healthy, they'll win.
So they will lose.
No. All right, number 9's the Colts.
That's fair.
Trash.
They got a decent team. Not too much.
Gee,
Number
I really-
8's the Bears.
Lower.
Overrated.
Colts, Seahawks above them.
No, Seahawks are not.
Trubisky's
What?
buns.
John,
Okay,
the
Russell
Seahawks
Wilson
have
was
no
the
one on
second best
defense.
quarterback in the NFL last. Okay, that's maybe far, but that he was a top.
Who's
4.
Russell Wilson going to throw it to other than Tyler Lockett?
I mean,
Will
I don't-
Disley.
DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be
A
honest.
fourth-round pick. Woohoo!
Second round pick, but
Wait, no, he wasn't.
yes, he was.
Oh my
I
god.
think he was third actually.
No, he's the last pick of the second round.
Oh, that's actually
Stupid.
probably- Was he the one that was like crying on the phone?
Yeah, and then
No,
Pete
that
Carroll
was
decided to go
Rashawn Gary.
shirtless.
Number 7, the Cleveland Browns. Josh just had an orgasm.
Dude, shut up.
I think this is decently fair.
That's fair. I like literally.
Okay,
I've
but we're
been
putting it. But hold on, we're putting a team in the top 10 that hasn't shown anything yet.
You literally
okay,
just
but
said that's fair, but now you're going against your own self. That's so
I said it's
stupid.
decently
It
fair.
hasn't
Listen,
shown anything. They were a few Tyrod Taylor games.
They were,
plus
yeah, they were a
stupid
few
losses
field goals away from making the
they
playoffs.
still had a losing record, and that cannot be discounted.
Because they can't make a field goal.
And guess what? That problem can happen again. There's no excuse in
That's
the
Bears
NFL.
fa- What would you
get
rather
the
happen?
job done.
D4 go offsides or a double doink?
Double doink. Get it over with early.
D Ford like made me.
What do you
we
think
had
was
it
worse, double doink or D4?
D4 by far.
28
You know how
to
much
3 or D4?
It's 28-3. That's the worst.
3-1
That might
lead
be
or
the-
28-3?
28-3.
Wow.
You don't understand how bad 28-3 would hurt. Like, I don't understand it either, but like,
Well, I mean,
that
we
has
pretty much did it to the Titans.
No.
You want to know what I want to know? How much does 7-3 hurt? Woo. Oakland Athletics. Suck it.
True. All right, let's keep going.
God.
Number 6, the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh,
No,
Phyllis.
if they don't have Melvin
Lower!
Gordon, if they don't have Melvin Gordon, they're a 10 or 11.
This team
Trash.
at number 5 is way too low.
It's the
The
It's the
Kansas
Chiefs. It's
City
the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
It's the New England Patriots.
Okay,
They
here's the thing.
they are rather 2 or 1. I don't think there's a
No. Okay, here's the thing.
Dude,
They could.
are you
when
high?
it comes to
Am
playoff
I high?
time, like they're good, but like
Brady's gonna have to make a wide receiver and a tight end look good, like blow up again. So
I mean, not really. He has
Gronk was
Julian
so
Edelman.
bad last year, up until the game against us.
I was about
Gronk
to
was
say,
like, what?
but he came in pretty clutch.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
well,
he
against
looked good
us
in the
'cause we had
Super
the
Bowl.
worst. We had the
He looked pretty good in the
strong
Super Bowl.
safety in the NFL. So
Let's continue on. Number 4 is Philly,
How are we
think
not been announced?
because I'm still going. Number 3 is the Rams.
Kansas. Wow.
What
We're getting the
website are
respect
you
we
on?
deserve. They're gonna put the Saints above us.
What website are you on?
Business Insider.
You're going off a business.
I typed in
website.
NFL Power Rankings. It was the 3rd link.
Why not the first or second one?
Because the 1st and 2nd were back in like May and June, and I wanted the most updated.
June's
Number
pretty
2.
good.
Number 2. Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my God. The New
23
Orleans
and
Saints
0.
are overrated.
23 and 0. Oh my
Overrated.
God, I'm gonna orgasm. I'm gonna orgasm.
Okay, we don't need that. I'm gonna.
And number
leave.
1 was
I'll
New
see
Orleans, of course.
Drew Brees is bad. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't look off his statistics as he said it.
How about
Hey.
you just get into the end zone instead of complaining about a pass interference and screwing the rules up?
I'm not going to name off every single team again, but Bleacher Report has the Kansas City Chiefs at
Seven.
number 7. Yep.
Bleacher
They're
Report is the worst company ever.
Their number 1 team is New Orleans. New Orleans is
Why
going to fall
is
off
everyone
the
so
cliff.
set on New Orleans?
Because they should have went to the Super Bowl and won.
No, they
probably.
shouldn't have. They lost a 17-point lead at home, and their quarterback choked in overtime. Don't give me
yeah,
this.
and they
crap.
won the toss, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yes.
won the toss.
Yeah, no. They won the toss. That's a disqualifier right there. You win the toss and you lose the game in overtime, you should have to retire.
People don't give them enough crap about choking because they got so caught up in the
It's
call.
at home in an indoor stadium. Like, and you win the toss in overtime? How are you not going to go on to win the game? I don't get that. I mean, come on.
I guarantee if the Chiefs get the ball, they win the AFC title game.
Oh, especially if we're playing inside.
Yeah.
Like, see you later. Oh my God, I hate Drew Brees so much. I hope we get to play them.
And what makes things worse is Gurley wasn't even playing. Like, basically.
No, I know. He was trash. They were playing, what's his name? CJ Anderson.
Who was he was unathletic, and he wasn't on most. He kept getting
He
cut.
was too fat.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to say that,
the
but that's
Chiefs,
basically
like, when didn't the Chiefs consider him? And we're like, nah, we're going to pick up Sharkandrick freaking West.
yeah.
over
We
you.
literally picked up Sarkandrick West over him.
Like, he had some good games, but I think that's more so just a product of Sean McVay.
Yeah. And by the way, Goff is not that good.
Trash. And,
Goff is overrated.
and he outplayed Drew Brees. That's
Yeah, he
ridiculous.
did. He really did.
Drew Brees is worse than Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
I don't know why it's such a controversial thing when I say Rodgers
Tom
is better
Brady.
than Drew Brees.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is better than Drew Brees.
Still. I hate Drew Brees. It's official. He's my least favorite player in the NFL.
What
No,
about
D Ford. There we go.
You go.
Then Drew Brees, then Tom Brady, then Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. You are a hater of everyone but Mahomes, to be honest.
I mean, if you think that there's a single player in the NFL right now that is more effective than Patrick Mahomes, you can go somewhere else.
Effective?
Nope. Don't say Aaron Donald. I don't want to hear it.
No, I wasn't going to, but I'm just thinking, like, effective, like,
No.
you do also have to remember, like, Mahomes wasn't perfect. He threw 12
Nope, perfect.
interceptions and fumbled.
50
Like,
tutters.
that's not perfect.
50. 5,050. And he wasn't offsides away from winning the Super Bowl. Oh, my God.
He also did not perform very well in the first half of that game, but I know that's going to trigger you, so.
Yeah, well,
God, we are so close to making the Super Bowl.
And we're going to make it this year.
I sure hope so.
All right, do any of you guys have anything else left to say?
No.
I think I've covered everything I was planning on covering. John, anything?
no, I got nothing.
You want 30 seconds of soccer?
I mean, people are entertained by it.
All right, we will see you guys on
Hey,
Tuesday.
Hey, before anything, did Tottenham win?
They did win. 3-1.
All right.
There's your soccer update. We will see you on Tuesday.